Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, tonight was election night in some parts of the United States of America, and the Democrats had a very good night. They are having a wonderful night. This person wrote on Twitter, "Massive blue wave everywhere tonight. Democrats won by big margins higher than polls predicted. Republicans got whomped. Democrats won governorships in Virginia and New Jersey. Mamdani elected mayor of New York City. Pennsylvania Democratic Supreme Court members reelected. California Prop 50 will win overwhelmingly, many more too." And I think that California Prop 50 was a response to the Texas governor trying to create more seats so that there would be more Republicans in the House of Representatives. And Gavin Newsom in California went back and created more seats in California to offset what Governor Abbott was doing in Texas. So the Democrats are having a good night. Now, this shows you that white people are scared. I was thinking, and it remains to be seen, that it's going to take at least one more Republican administration for white people to see the handwriting on the wall. But I could be wrong. They could see it in this administration because they are hurting as much as anybody else. But anyway, I want to talk about this one right here in Virginia. This woman, this Jamaican immigrant, ran for governor of Virginia as a MAGA supporter. And Trump didn't support her. And so now she can't figure out why Donald Trump didn't support her. And toward the end of her campaign, when she realized she was losing and losing badly, she started thinking that, well, maybe black people should support her. Even somebody on Fox News asked why President Obama didn't support her. Now, she endorsed Trump. She's a Trump person. But they're wanting to know why President Obama and black people didn't support her in Virginia after she made it clear she was on board with everything Donald Trump was doing, that her family came here with $1.85 and they made America work because they work hard. And we know what that's all about. Republican Winsome Earle-Sears struggles to answer why Trump didn't endorse her for Virginia governor. Well, needless to say, she lost, and she lost by quite a bit. When I checked, Spanberger had won by a 57.4% margin, so it wasn't even close. These immigrants never learn. They never learn. They really think they know more about America than we do. They think they can come over here skinning and grinning with white people, and that's going to propel them to the top of the line. They don't take into consideration what we say. This is a racist country. So if you are running for any kind of statewide office in a state that has a high percentage of black Americans and you have turned those people against you, you can kiss your candidacy goodbye because you are not going to win. Now, some white people will vote for you, but not enough for you to win. So what happened in Virginia is that the black people, the Democrats, voted for the Democrat, which was the white woman. And white people were saying, well, why didn't the black people support her? Now, they're assuming that black people would support her just because she's black, not based on what she has said and what she stands for, because she was black. Well, they learned something tonight. Black people are not going to vote for somebody who votes against our interests and speaks against our interests. So she learned a valuable lesson. And she really thought Trump was going to come in and support her because she has been a staunch supporter of Donald Trump. But he was missing in action. And the Democrats in Virginia did play dirty against her because the Virginia legislature is controlled by the Democrats. And while she was out on the campaign trail trying to speak to the MAGA people, the Democrats would call a special election back in Richmond, and she would have to leave the campaign trail and come back and vote on a bill. They did that to her a couple of times. So they played dirty, and I'm sure they did some other things too, but that's how the Republicans play as well. Earle-Sears has been a loyal supporter of President Trump's MAGA agenda. Despite securing the Republican nomination in Virginia's gubernatorial race, Winsome Earle-Sears failed to land an endorsement from the leader of her party, President Donald Trump. Earle-Sears, one of the few black female Republican elected officials in the country, struggled to explain the perceived snub from Trump when asked about it by CBS News reporter Nicole Killen just hours before polls closed on Election Day. Well, she can't explain it. She can't explain it, but a black American would have been able to explain it for her. Why haven't you been able to secure the president's endorsement? And at this point, does it matter? Queried Killen. Well, it doesn't matter because now it's time to vote. And so the endorsement is not going to do any good on the day of voting. I don't really think that, yeah, here's the thing. I'm working and I'm working very hard. I've always run very hard races. I've never had an easy race, replied Earle-Sears, who is a former member of the Virginia House of Delegates and the Virginia Board of Education. Trump has previously said that Earle-Sears must win against her Democratic opponent, Abigail Spanberger, but stopped short of a glowing endorsement as he did for Jack Ciattarelli, the Republican gubernatorial nominee in New Jersey. He lost. A Democrat won the governorship in Virginia. Also, Donald Trump endorsed Andrew Cuomo for mayor of New York, and Andrew Cuomo is a Democrat, but he refused to endorse this woman who is a Republican. So, go figure. Lesson learned, Miss Earle-Sears. When asked why President Trump did not endorse Earle-Sears, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said, I think the president has spoken for himself and what he wants to take place today. And she's absolutely right. He spoke for himself by not endorsing her. He was not going to endorse a black woman to be the governor of a swing state. Virginia is still a swing state. So he was not going to do that. So this was a reality check and a wake-up call for this black immigrant from Jamaica. So you're just going to go so far, and if you're expecting white people to carry you across the finish line, you are probably going to be disappointed. But keep on trying, you know. Don't let me stand in your way. Keep trying. Maybe one day you'll win, or maybe one day you'll come to the conclusion that you are an immigrant and you're no better than any other black person in this country. And the sooner you learn that, the better off you'll be. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think about the video and have a good evening.